What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Shani, and welcome back to the Women's Palace. So today, I talk about my advice on what I would give to a woman who just broke up, or that's healing from a heartbreak. Now, the first thing I would say is to accept it. Like, remove yourself and accept it. And what do I mean by remove yourself? Mentally, like, you cannot let go of something that you're still seeing. So you got to be able to remove yourself out of the situation, like, completely. Stop having sex, stop going back and forth, stop being around him. Like, just remove yourself. Now, if you have kids, I would say keep it strictly about the kids. Like, you got to be able to train your mind that this is over. A lot of people can't get over a thing because they're still in a thing. You have to accept that this is over, and you got to remove yourself mentally so your body can follow. Now, the second thing I would say is to feel it, accept, process it. A lot of people just get into the next relationship without processing what they went through. I heard this from Pastor R.C. Blakes: feelings buried alive never die. You are taking your emotional baggage into this new relationship that's not going to work because you have not healed yourself. Process this. And I know it's going to be easier said than done, because who wants to feel emotions? But it's better to feel emotion and then process it and then move forward, than to tuck it away and it keep popping back up at you. Like, hey, remember me? I'm still here. You can't bury something alive and expect it to die. Feel it, grieve it, like, process it. Process, okay, this is over. I loved him. I gave him my all. I'm sad. I'm depressed. Cry it out. Like, literally, if you need a couple days to grieve, grieve. Like, a lot of people get so caught up on, I'm a rock solid, hard person, I don't have no emotions. You a lie. Because God created us with emotions. You are going to be hurt. You are going to be like, why? But I want you to process that. Because in order to move forward, in order to heal, you have to feel what those emotions are coming to teach you. So, the third thing I would say is to give yourself the love that you gave to that person. So what do I mean? Take yourself on dates. Get cute for yourself. Buy yourself that watch. Buy yourself that ring. Like, one thing I can say that really changed, sometimes we give out love that we want in return instead of giving us ourselves the love. Love yourself how that person couldn't love you. Love yourself how you tried to love that person. Take yourself on dates. Like, a lot of people think just being lonely is the worst thing. It's actually the best thing, because you get to know you. You got to understand that a person cannot give you what you do not give yourself. You have to love yourself in order to first attract love. Go get your hair done. Go get your nails done. Feel into your cup. Give yourself that love. Kiss yourself on the hand, baby. Give yourself that love. Indulge in yourself. Start trying to figure out what makes you happy. Start trying to do things that make you happy, whatever it is. Fill your cup. Find your happiness. I would really say commit to that, because once you start to commit to that, you will get to a point where I don't need nobody to love me because I love myself. But when people see that you love yourself, you set a standard. So anybody else looking in, they're going to be like, I can't give her nothing but love, because I know she loves herself enough to not deal with me if I'm not presenting it out. If I'm not giving her what she don't give herself. A person only can give you what you give yourself. So if you love yourself, people are already going to know. You got to understand, you respect yourself, other people will respect you. People are not blind. People can see. And you got to understand that means it's going to be less people that's going to be able to approach you, because people are not going to have the energy, for one, because you're vibrating at a highest level, because the highest vibration is love. So if you're thriving in love, people got to be able to know that they going to have you set a bar. You set the standard, and anybody under that standard, they not going to have the energy to come to you. So they not. Now, you may have one or two bold ones, but you're going to be like, you already going to sense that out. Now, this is where you start attracting people that's on higher vibration. This is where you attract people that love they self too. And yet, this is where you can be able to come together. And this is where you're going to be able to attract the love that you always wanted. But it only starts with first removing yourself, mentally processing, mentally getting yourself out of something so you can let it go. Let go of the fantasy. Let go of what you thought. Processing it, feeling it, getting down about it, but also picking yourself up and putting your pieces back together. loving yourself, taking yourself out on dates, giving the love that you wanted from others, you give it to yourself. And once you be able to give that to yourself, things will change. Things will change. Things will change. You will find yourself, you feel me, loving your peace. You know what? You will start, you know what? Not everybody can be around me. Like, things will change in your life. And understand this is a process. This may be a 5-6 minute video, but it's going to be a process. It may take you literally 1 month to really process that this is over, accept that it is over. Then it may take you 2 months to grieve. I'm not here to tell you how long it should be. That's your process. But you got to understand that it's a process. It may take you a whole year to literally work out these 3 things, because you got to figure out, now you are finding yourself. As you loving yourself, you're finding yourself again. What do I like? What do I don't like? Because I feel like when we put ourselves in relationships, we kind of confine or put our what we like into what he likes. I want to impress him. I want to, I'm his girl. I want to do, I want to do what makes him happy. So you don't really know what makes you happy, but rather you're trying to make him happy. So it's going to probably take time. What do I like? What do I like to do? You may like to read. You're going to find yourself just trying. I would really explore, like, go out into the world. Take yourself on places you never thought you would be, because you are trying to figure out, you know what, I actually do like to do this. Like, I have found myself, like, this loving, like, finding me and loving me. I found out, like, some things I thought I did not like, or I just put off to the side, I actually enjoy. It gives me peace. It gives me happiness, but you're going to have to find yourself, and that's going to take time. And understand that it's okay. Like, one thing I had to realize, we kind of put our life always going up. And I also said this in my other video. You got to understand, life is like a stock market. You're going to have up days, you're going to have down days. But that doesn't mean you're not going in an uptrend. When you start to zoom out, you'll see that it's going straight up. But some days you had up days, some days you're going to have bad days. Some days you're going to feel like, getting up, loving yourself. And other days you're going to feel like laying in the bed, sleeping it out. That's all self-love. You got to be able to be gentle with yourself and understand that this is a process, and it's not going to happen overnight. But guess what? It's long, day by day, you're getting through it. So this is what happened with me. Just really accepting it, processing it, feeling it, and then finding me again. Putting your pieces back together, pouring in your cup, loving you. And it wouldn't be necessarily about finding a new man, because God had to make me realize, once you love yourself and you feel me, you doing what makes you happy, you got to understand that love is going to attract who is for you. You may be out on a date with yourself one day and meet the love of your life. It's not about finding, it's about becoming what you want to attract. So don't sit there and be like, well, what about the next man? Don't worry about that. Worry about you. Worry about finding you. Worry about filling your cup. So when you do give to others, it comes from the overflow. You're not giving from an empty cup. You're not giving from emotional baggage. You're not giving from emotional scars on what my ex did. Because a lot of times I feel like people can meet the right person, but it be the wrong time, because they still have those emotional baggage of what their ex did, and they just want to hop into a new relationship, not realizing they fumbled their blessing because they didn't take the time to heal themselves. They didn't take the time to find themselves. God had to make me realize, God said he's going to make Adam a helpmeet, right? A helpmate. How is that person going to know what to help with if they don't even know, if you don't even know your assignment, if you don't even know your purpose in life? Your singleness is all about finding you, healing you, becoming whole within you, loving yourself. You got to first know what love is, which means you need to connect with the source, God. God is love. So find God, and God will show you how to love yourself. This is my advice to you, for people who have broken up and then got their heart broken and finding themselves in pieces. All you can do is accept that the pieces have been broken. Grieve the pieces, and then get up and put them together and find you. Find your joy, find your happiness, pour into you, and become whole. And understand, when you become whole, another whole person is going to come, and y'all going to add to each other. A person want an asset, not a liability. So in order to become an asset, you have to be whole. So this is would be my advice, because you got to understand, don't try to get back. Don't try to go out and just be, oh, I'm gonna cheat with him, or I'm gonna go mess with his friend. No, the greatest revenge is to boss up and never look back, to become the highest version of you and find a man that can love you better than any other man could. That's the worst regret. You got to understand, most men would never feel it in the beginning. That's what God had to make me realize. Women feel it in the beginning, men feel it later when they realize what they lost. You become average when you let a man keep you in pieces, out here wilding out. Oh, I'm gonna make him feel me. You become average. It's a lot of girls out here doing that. God had to make me realize there's a lot of people out here that cheat. It's a lot of people out here that lie. But it's rare to find a good man. It's rare to find a good woman. Become that good man and become that good woman, but not for them. Baby, they'll feel it in their soul. But guess what? It only happens after you heal. It only happens after you become whole. Let that be your greatest revenge. Don't let nobody take that love away from you because somebody else couldn't see your value. It's okay. I had seen this episode where I think Bishop T.D. Jakes, he had a $100 bill and he ripped it up and he stumped it out and all this, and he said it's still a $100 bill. Just because somebody broke you or tried to break you doesn't take your value away. You only take it away when you lower your standards to become on their level. When you lower their standards to make them hurt by cheating with somebody. Baby, that's not gonna hit them. Become whole. So go out and be a light in this dark world, and I hope this was a blessing to you.